Sink your teeth into the raw, chaotic, yet undeniably engaging realm of culinary brilliance with 42 grams. An intimate journey through the struggles, triumphs, and intensity of running a world-class restaurant, this movie poses the burning question: what is the real cost of culinary perfection? Stay tuned as we give you a tantalizing taste of what 42 grams brings to the table. Welcome, movie enthusiasts. Today we venture into a review of a film that's been the talk of the town. This cinematic journey we are exploring is none other than 42 grams, a tale that weaves suspense, drama, and emotion into a compelling narrative. The 42 grams has seen polarized reactions from audiences and critics alike, intriguing some and disappointing others. Today, we dissect what makes this film stir such a variety of sentiment. In the realm of characterization, 42 grams is a movie that captures your attention and holds it, creating characters that are not just memorable but evolve throughout the film. Let's start by introducing the major characters. First, we have Jake, an ambitious chef driven by his desire for culinary perfection. Then, there's his wife, Alexa, who supports him emotionally but struggles with her own aspirations. And don't forget Sarah, the food critic whose reviews can make or break a restaurant. These characters each bring their own unique flavor to the narrative, making it rich and multi-dimensional. Over the course of the film, we see Jake evolving from a cocky young chef into a more grounded, albeit flawed, individual. Alexa finds her own voice and learns to balance her support for Jake with her own needs. Sarah goes from being a feared critic to someone who realizes the weight and responsibility of her influence. Their interactions are a high point of the movie. For instance, a heated argument between Jake and Alexa in the middle of the movie reveals layers of their relationship that are both complex and relatable. Similarly, Sarah's interactions with Jake are charged with a mixture of respect and scrutiny, making for some of the movie's most compelling scenes. To sum it up, 42 grams brilliantly uses characterization as a window into its rich narrative tapestry. Whether it's the growth of individual characters or their intricate interactions with each other, this film offers a rousing cinematic experience that's not to be missed. As we delve into the visual journey created by the movie, one cannot ignore the exceptional aesthetic that the cinematographers have skillfully crafted. From sweeping wide shots to intimate close-ups, the camera becomes our eyes, guiding us through the narrative with elegant precision. Yet the camera is not just a passive observer. Look at these dynamic movements, these creative angles, each contributing to the overall mood and tone of the film. Then there is the use of color and lighting. It doesn't just visually please the eye, but also serves as a storytelling tool. Observe the color schemes, the play of shadows and light, how it all interplays with the emotions of the scene. In conclusion, the cinematography of this film is quite the visual treat, infusing artistic vision and technical prowess in a harmony that enriches the viewer's experience. Welcome to our chapter Music and Sound, a potent tool of storytelling that often goes unnoticed. But do you realize its significance? Let's dabble into its role in our featured movie. Throughout the film, the sound and music contribute greatly to the movie's emotional punch. The soundtrack unfailingly communicates the internal states of characters and ambiance of the scenes. Listening to the film's soundtrack outside of the film could stir up the same emotions felt in the film itself. It was that poignant and relevant. But it's not all about the overtly audible tunes. Much of the movie's soundscape works on a subliminal level. This brings us to the diegetic and non-diegetic sounds. Diegetic sounds in filmmaking are all the noises which come from the standard world of the film, whereas non-diegetic sounds are the ones added in post-production, like background score or voiceovers. Examples of diegetic would be footsteps, dialogues, or natural soundscape. Non-diegetic could be eerie music building tension, or an inspirational score. Conclusively, the music and sound ingenuously synced with the film's narrative, delivering a richer cinematic experience. The skillful use of these auditory elements tailored emotions, moods, and heightened the intensity of what was visible on screen. Another cornerstone that elevates 42 grams from a mere drama to a work of art is its exploration of key themes and messages. Take ambition, for example. Jake's unyielding drive for culinary perfection is both his strength and his undoing. This leads us to the overarching message of the film, the fine balance between passion and personal life. The film asks whether one can truly have it all or if something has to give. These themes evidently resonate deeply with the audience. You can see it in their reactions during intense scenes, like when Jake faces a turning point in his career and must choose between his dreams and his relationships. Another potent theme is love. Whether it's romantic love, familial love, or love for one's craft, the movie illustrates how love can both empower and imprison. So, 42 Grams leaves us with much to ponder. Its themes and messages resonate long after the credits roll, marking it as a truly impactful cinematic experience. Beginning with the acting performances, the cast have given their all to bring these complex individuals to life with profound authenticity and raw emotion. The standout characters seem to leap off the screen, their personas deeply captivating. Their scenes, whether filled with quiet introspection or explosive emotion, and their transformative arcs provide rich depth. The true triumph, however, is the evident chemistry between the cast. Their plausible interplay and interactions add an extra layer of authenticity to the film. In conclusion, the performances are one of the many elements that make this movie a truly unforgettable cinematic experience. In 42 Grams, the artistic choices made in direction and editing are not just mere details. They're pivotal elements that shape the film's character and influence our emotional engagement with the story. The director's vision is particularly evident in some key scenes. First, let's dissect the scene where Jake is in the kitchen, meticulously crafting his signature dish. This scene employs a long, uninterrupted tracking shot that follows Jake as he moves with purpose and focus. The camera's eye becomes our eye, immersing us in the tight, high-pressure environment of the kitchen. Notice how the camera angles subtly shift to capture Jake's facial expressions, his hands, and the ingredients each framing decision serves to build an intimate relationship between Jake and his art. This isn't just eye candy. It serves as a visual metaphor for Jake's all-consuming passion for cooking. Switching gears to editing, let's dive deep into the argument scene between Jake and Alexa. The cuts here are sharp and quick, reflecting the escalating emotional tension between the two characters. By contrast, observe the scene where Sarah sits down to pen her review of the restaurant. The editing style dramatically shifts. Long, slow cuts and lingering shots on Sarah's face give the audience time to absorb her internal conflict, to feel the weight of her words as she struggles to balance her role as a critic and a supportive partner. The slow pacing serves to heighten the emotional stakes, as each second feels like an eternity, amplifying Sarah's internal struggle. To sum up, the film's success is due in no small part to the director's meticulous attention to detail and the editor's keen sense of pacing. In key scenes like Jake's time in the kitchen, the fiery argument between Jake and Alexa, and Sarah's emotionally charged writing session, we see a sublime blend of visual storytelling and emotional resonance. This is what transforms 42 Grams from just another drama into a cinematic tour de force that lingers long after the screen goes black. As we delve into the relevance and impact of the film, it's critical to consider how its shocking concepts left an indelible mark on the cinematic landscape. Seen as a trendsetter, it broke barriers and took risks, dramatically influencing and altering the trajectory of the industry. Let's explore some of these landmark moments. Over its tenure, the film was not without controversy, yet its unflinching portrayal of raw emotions and difficult topics were its crowning achievements, causing ripples across the globe. Perhaps the most profound impact is the film's cultural relevance and legacy. It has permeated popular culture, managed to stay relevant, and its themes continue to resonate. To understand this, we need only look at its references in other forms of media and the continued discussions it sparks. In conclusion, its controversial beginnings, enduring influence, and enduring legacy make this film a towering example of cinema that will continue to be dissected and discussed for generations to come. As we draw the curtain on our review of 42 Grams, it's time to reflect on the film's most unforgettable aspects. Some of the highlights that deserve mention include Jake's emotionally charged performance in the kitchen, the tension-filled argument between Jake and Alexa, and Sarah's contemplative moments while writing her review. Each of these scenes is a testament to the masterful direction and editing that propel this film into the realm of cinematic greatness. On a personal note, I find this movie to be an emotional roller coaster that touches on the human complexities of ambition, love, and the personal cost of achieving greatness. I'd highly recommend this film to viewers who appreciate character-driven narratives and thought-provoking themes. However, if you're more inclined toward action-packed blockbusters, this intimate drama may not be your cup of tea. Looking at 42 Grams in the wider scope of cinema history, it can be considered a seminal piece in the genre of intimate, character-driven dramas. The film doesn't just stand on the shoulders of its predecessors. It paves the way for future films to explore the intricacies of personal relationships and the human psyche. Only time will tell if 42 grams is destined to become a classic, but its impact is indisputable. Whether it's seen as a trendsetter or simply a product of its era, it remains a compelling narrative that speaks volumes about the human condition.